Hello and welcome to a new video. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how to make a successful profile on Preply. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to comment below. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have. And also, whilst we're here, why don't you just hit that subscribe button? I know you want to. Come on. What are you waiting for? Go on. You know you want to. Okay, so welcome. I've been teaching via Preply for, about 2 months now, and it's been quite a learning curve. When I first started, I had no idea what to expect. I wasn't necessarily that optimistic. I didn't know if I would be able to find many students or whether students will be interested in booking classes with me. However, after 2 months, I can say it's been quite rewarding and quite a learning journey as well. When you first start on Preply, it can be quite overwhelming because you're not necessarily sure whether your profile will stand out. And I had the same sort of ideas and thoughts and reflections. I was unable to think whether a student would be quite willing to book classes with me. I didn't know whether my profile will stand out that much. And so I actually spent quite a bit of time investing on my profile. And the first thing and first tip I would recommend is to choose a really good photo. Try and choose a photo that's taken against a blank wall, a white wall, or a very monochromatic color behind you. I think monochromatic, is that right? When you look at different profiles, you'll get an idea of what best to try and achieve, and also try and choose a nice photo because it's the first thing that potential students will see. The next thing that I would recommend is focusing on your introduction video. Now, with the introduction video, I would recommend between a minute and no more than 2 minutes. When I started, I decided to invest just a little bit more time on producing a high quality introduction video. Thankfully, I've got all this kit here which helps me produce a high quality introduction video. However, if you've got an iPhone, then that's all right. You don't necessarily need all this equipment to make a good quality video. And I would always recommend that you start by scripting out your video. Spend an hour just jotting down ideas. What sort of information do you want to convey to potential students? What do you want to say to students, and why should students book with you? And write down these questions, write down these ideas on a piece of paper and think, why do students want to book with me? The next thing that I would recommend within your introduction video is to include the experience that you have, the qualifications you hold, and this will also reinforce why students should book lessons with you. And finally, finish the video on a nice note. Finish it on a positive, and this will help you engage potential students. So you could just end the video with, if you want to book classes with me, go ahead. I look forward to seeing you soon. Something like that would actually encourage potential students to book a class or book a trial lesson with you. And if you want a video on how to successfully deliver trial lessons, then let me know in the comments whether that would be of interest, because I'll be quite happy to do a video on trial lessons. The next part that you need to focus on is your profile and writing out your profile. And there's 3 sections that you need to focus on. You need to focus on your profile header, your headline, your profile description, and your subject section. Now let's have a look at the profile headline first of all. The profile headline should grab the interest straight away for potential students. So I can see here Let's go to English tutors, and let's set a budget between, let's say, £25 and £15. Okay, so I can see here that there are a variety of tutors. Let's not select a country. And if we just dive in just slightly, we can see this chap here, and his headline says certified tutor and English native speaker with 10 years experience from Oxford. So he includes the amount of experience that he has, how many years he's been a tutor or a teacher, and also a sort of an area, something which would engage students, so they think Oxford, okay, that's connected to the university, and that's typically British. Here's an interesting one. So we've got this chap here. He says, I'm a former IELTS examiner, business English and EFL teacher with many years experience. So again, focusing on the amount of years of experience. Let's go a little bit further down. Okay, and here we got one lady, CELTA qualified British English tutor looking for new students. Okay, so based on these different types of profiles, there's a couple of things I would recommend about writing your profile headline. I would include the qualifications that you've achieved, the different amounts of experience that you have, and also the sort of specialist areas that you wish to tutor. If you're going to be including in your introduction video the amount of years that you've been teaching English, make sure it connects up and is correct to your headline. So you can see that the headline should read like a newspaper. Certified English teacher, 15 years experience, something like that, or professional business English teacher with 10 years experience. If you use this to create your headline, it will grab the attention of potential students. The next part of your profile is trying to write a good profile description. And this is a chance to extend a bit more information about yourself as a teacher and what you believe makes a good teacher. And it's also for students to see, potential students to see, whether you as a teacher would be best suited for them. I would encourage that you extend a bit more about what you believe make a good teacher, what qualities exist in a good teacher. Also, the preferred teaching methods that you wish to include when you're teaching, and what students can expect from your lessons. And then finally, much like you've included probably very briefly in your introductory video, your previous experience. So these are 3 key things that you need to include. And again, much like scripting your introductory video, I would encourage you to spend a few hours writing down these 3 points and then starting to brainstorm some ideas that you may have. Make sure that the English that you use within your profile description is comprehensible enough for English students. It needs to be easily understandable, it needs to be read accurately, and it also needs to be friendly, with perhaps a call to action at the end, such as I look forward to seeing you soon, send me a message if you've got any questions, book your trial class soon, and I'll be happy to answer any further questions you may have. If you have a call to action, it encourages students to book a lesson with you. The next tip that I would recommend about writing your profile description is to break it down into paragraphs. So a paragraph introducing yourself, a paragraph about your preferred teaching methods, a paragraph about what students could expect, and maybe a final paragraph about the teaching experience that you've had, both either face-to-face or online as well. Obviously, try and proofread and reread and redraft that profile description, because it's going to be looked at by English learners, and if your English is not going to be great and there's a lot of spelling mistakes, it's not going to represent very well on you as a professional English teacher. So please make sure that you proofread what you've written before making your profile go live. Now, the final section for your profile is the subjects and what sort of subjects that you are willing to teach. Now, for me, I saw a variety of English tutors on Preply teaching conversational practice, with very few tutors offering exam preparation skills. So all the exams, all the Cambridge exams, all the IELTS and TOEFL exams, I just ticked away. I included within the specific subject exams, you get a little field and a box where you can start to fill in certain information. I just included the amount of hours or years of preparation that I've included and the certain grades that certain students have achieved over the years. It just gives that extra little bit of information. So just take your time. You don't need to be too extensive. You don't need to write a lot, but just a little bit more about, the skills that you have and the experience you have about exam preparation. So that's it. That's the key parts of creating a successful Preply profile. I certainly do hope that you enjoyed this video and it was informative and it helps you build your profile to be successful. And if you've got any questions at all, if you've got any advice or tips as well for other people, please comment below. It'd be great to see any suggestions you have or any questions you may have, and I'll be happy to answer any questions at all. In the meantime, have a lovely day. I hope this video was useful and I'll see you soon. Take care, stay safe, and happy teaching. Bye bye.